Oke. Halo, welcome. Ada Azazel sama Izumi. Halo, welcome. Seperti biasa membahas seperti yang minggu lalu, guys. Ada Tamrin. Welcome Tamrin. Apa kabar? Kita hari ini kedatangan tamu, guys. Asik.
Halo.
Ini dia, set.
Mana? Udah nongol belum gua?
Sudah, ini dia. Kalau pertama anjay.
Iya, ini kalau pertama kita ya?
Iya, kalau pertama kita ini.
Oh, asik.
Asik. Chatnya ketutupan apa lah ya. Welcome. Ada sel. Wow. Kalau pertama dengan Izumi iya. Kalau collab sih dulu aku udah pernah sih dengan beberapa orang gitu. Tapi dengan Izumi ini baru pertama kali nih.
Is that true, man?
Iya.
Yuk kita main LOL gitu kan.
Loh. Jangan menambah beban hidup itu.
Udah banyak beban hidup kita ya. Enggak usah diperpanjang lagi.
Enggak usah diperpanjang lagi. Sebentar, aku salah ini.
Kenapa itu ada OBS itu?
Seharusnya membuka Opera
GX kah?
bukan Opera biasa. Lagu error. Mana dia? Lo YouTube.
Lagu dangdut tuh bang.
Gak ada ID-nya soalnya kosong. Kosongan.
Oh ini spesial
untuk
okay.
buat gitu-gitulah ya gitu-gitu. Buat ini maksudnya, buat Sains, social geographic, ini buat ini maksudnya.
Itu yang dari Jepang datang siapa namanya?
Apaan?
How to read that kanji again? Di live chat.
Oh. Oh hello Hikari, welcome. 7 minutes ago I was late. Yep, you are quite early actually.
Oh Hikari, welcome. Nice to meet you. Last week we met just in live chat, I guess.
So anyway, let's dwell into the science world, I guess.
Dwell into the science world.
Yang pertama tuh kemarin dari ini sih kurs kata tulisannya gimana sih?
Kurs gezas. Kurs gezas. Langsung keluar tuh.
In a nutshell, the most complex language in the world. Ini 5 hari yang lalu.
Kan emang German language kan kurs gezas.
In a nutshell.
Dalam kulit kacang. So what is this new? The science, the most complex language.
Novel against.
Again?
You are cells, your muscles, organs, skin and hair. They are in your blood and in your bones.
Oh.
Cells are biological robots. They don't want anything. They don't feel anything. They are never sad or happy. They just are, right here, right now. They're as conscious as a stone or a chair or a neutron star.
Let me guess.
Cells just follow their programming that's been evolving and changing for billions of years, molded by natural selection. They are impossible machines, and yet here they are, driven entirely by the fundamental forces of the universe. The smallest unit of life, right at the border where physics becomes biology. Sometimes, to get a truer understanding of how amazing something is, you need to hold your breath and dive in really deep. So, what are cells, and how do they work?
The universe, the smallest unit of life, biology. Cell.
Look around the room you're sitting in right now. Let's fill it top to bottom with trillions of grains of sand, billions of grains of rice, hundreds of thousands of grapes, a few thousand apples, and a dozen watermelons. This is what the inside of your cells looks like. In terms of numbers,
soalnya jadi satu sama ini sih desktop audio.
Water gives the cells inside the consistency of soft jelly and enables other things to move around easily. Almost all the other things, the rice and fruit, are proteins. Several billion in total, more than 10,000 different kinds, depending on the function of the cell. Your cells are basically protein robots, as is all life really. In fact, all solid, non-fat parts of your body are mostly made out of protein, even your bones. Proteins are dead things that make life happen. How does this work? The language of life. Cells need to do many very hard things to stay alive. Get food in and waste out, grow and build structures, escape danger or react to stimuli, make copies of themselves, and so on. All of this is done by speaking the language of life. And the words of this language are proteins. This is how this language works in a nutshell. It all begins with amino acids, tiny organic molecules. They're the alphabet of the language of life.
Bentar. Aku nggak tahu. Sebentar.
Okay.
Oke.
How about now?
Bagaimana? Nah,
Aman kan ya?
Oke.
Sip. Oke.
And how do they work?
Teksnya berbahasa Inggris ya. Supaya ada
Look around the
ikannya juga
room you're
juga
sitting in
tahu.
right now.
Juga ini.
Let's fill it top to bottom with trillions of grains of sand, billions of grains of rice,
Oh iya,
hundreds of
sama-sama
thousands
paham.
of grapes, a few thousand apples, and a dozen watermelons. This is what the inside of your cells looks like. In terms of numbers, they're mostly filled up with water molecules, the grains of sand. Water gives the cells inside the consistency of soft jelly and enables other things to move around easily. Almost all the other
This video
things,
actually
the rice
beyond
and
my
fruit, are proteins.
knowledge. I'm social.
Total,
I'm just
more than
social
10,000
scientist.
different kinds, depending
But
on the
this is
function of the cell.
interesting.
Your cells are basically protein robots, as is all life really. In fact, all solid, non-fat parts of your body
Fun.
are mostly made out of protein,
in a
even
fun
your
way.
bones. Proteins are dead things that make life happen. How
Actually,
does this work?
the most interesting part about
language of
Kurs
life.
Gesat's channel is
Cells need to do many very hard things to stay alive.
their
Get food in,
their animation that's so
Yeah.
fucking
and
good.
build structures, escape danger or react to stimuli,
this,
make copies of
stop
themselves,
motion.
and so on. All of this is done by
Actually, this is
speaking
not
the
stop
language of
motion.
life.
It's
And the
actually
words
a
of this
full
language
animation
are
with
proteins.
flat.
This is how this language works in a nutshell.
Apa ya di desain
It
grafis
all
itu?
begins
Flat.
with amino
Yang
acids,
aku tahu
tiny
ini
organic
benar-benar stop
molecules.
motion.
They're the
Nah,
alphabet
stop
of the
motion
language of
itu.
life.
Soalnya
There are
mereka
21
pernah
different ones
apa
with
nyertain
different
behind the
acids.
scene-nya
Amino
bikin
acid
video
A,
kayak gini.
amino acid B,
Okay.
C, and so
Itu
on.
udah kayak full
If
animasi
you put
jadinya.
around 50 amino acids
Tapi
together,
animasinya
they
yang
form a
bukan yang
protein,
mulus-mulus
which in the
gitu.
language of life is a word.
Kalau terlalu mulus kan
And if you put
susah.
many of these
Soalnya
protein
enggak.
words together, you get a sentence called a
Ya kan
biological
bener kan
pathway.
bahas soal ini.
Let's oversimplify a bit and say, for example,
I see.
your cell needs to break down sugar with the language of life. It may take the amino acids for the
Gula,
letters B,
okay.
R, E, A, and K to form the protein word break. Then combine
B,
this word
R,
with other protein words
E,
to form a
A,
biological
K,
pathway
break.
sentence that means break down sugar. In reality, this language of life is so complex that it defies imagination. You need to know about 8,000 words to speak a human language really well. But in the language of life, there are an estimated 20,000. And while the average
8.000
English
kata
word
kan?
has 5 letters, human proteins have an average of 375 amino acids. The longest protein has more than 30,000. And cells
Lah,
need to
suaranya
put thousands of steps
Ipul malah
at any
kecil ya?
moment.
Pul, suaramu
If
kecil
they ever
katanya.
stop
Enggak.
speaking the language of life, they
Really?
die.
Eh,
Okay, but how do mindless cells speak a language this complex?
Oh iya, suaraku malah lebih besar daripada suaramu.
There are 21 amino acids that
oh iya,
can be
karena
combined to
dia
form
sama
proteins.
agak gede.
And proteins are made up of dozens to hundreds to thousands of amino acids.
Iya.
For the average protein length of a human cell of
Coba dulu.
375 amino acids, you get a stunning 6.8 times 10 to the power of 495 possible proteins your cells can make.
Masa suara tamunya lebih besar daripada yang punya rumah?
Google times more than there are atoms in the universe. Most of these possible proteins are useless, Just like with human language, most random letter combinations are just gibberish. So you
Sambil
need to
makan
know
asik
which
kali.
words,
Itu
which
Zubi lagi
proteins
sambil
make
ngopi
up the
tuh.
language to speak
Aku
it
ngopi
properly.
ini loh, serius.
Sambil
And this
ngopi.
is the job of your DNA.
Monggo ya Zel,
a
kalau
long
mau sambil
sequence
makan
of
monggo,
instructions.
silakan.
If you untangled a cell's DNA, it would be about 2 meters long. All of your body's DNA combined into one long string would reach to the sun and back over 20 times. Around 1% of your DNA is made up of genes, which are basically protein dictionaries that contain all the words of the language of life your cells speak. But genes are also the building manuals for all the proteins your cells need to function.
Fotos di live chat deh,
The rest
link
of your
itunya,
DNA
link
is
video kalau
probably
mau
not useless,
mereka
but
pengen.
basically like a set of rules. It's like the book of grammar of the language of life.
Itu
Which
link
proteins need
videonya
to
aku
be built
sukses.
at which
Oh,
time?
boleh.
How many of them do you need? Which protein words go
Udah
together?
aku
and
udah aku
why?
taruh.
Udah, oke, thank
Okay,
you.
Aman,
letters,
aman.
words, sentences, dictionary, and grammar. But of course, this is all just a metaphor for something mind-numbingly complex. Let's dive a little deeper to catch a glimpse of reality.
Nah itu,
How does proteins
apa ya,
make
video
life?
DNA jalan gitu,
Now that we have
ada
some basic principles,
video
we have a
3D
chance to understand how
IRL.
all things make life
Oh,
together.
oke.
And for that, we need a fundamental
Sering
force
banget
of the
lewat
universe,
di store
electromagnetism.
reelnya Instagram
The
dan
elementary
sebagainya gitu.
particles that make up atoms, which
mereka
make up
menggabungin.
amino acids, have different
Jadi
charges
mereka
that
tuh
attract or repel
literally
each other.
walking with
The
two
21 different amino
like
acids all have slightly different
carrying
charges. Some are more
information
negative, others more
in their bag.
positive. When your
DNA
cells
jalannya
build
gitu juga.
proteins, they put different amino acids together in chains, basically long strings. Now, because of the different charges of the amino acids used, these strings begin to fold in on themselves. This folding process is so complex that we still haven't completely understood how exactly it works. But in a nutshell, 1D strings become 3D structures. Proteins are basically 3D puzzle pieces with a very specific shape. In the world of proteins, shape is everything. Because its 3D shape determines which areas of a protein are charged in which way, and this determines how it can interact with other proteins. All of these differently charged puzzle pieces can snap together or repel each other. When they snap together, their charge changes, which can make them change their shape, which then makes them a new protein, a new tool that can do new things. This is what makes proteins so incredibly powerful. You can do basically everything with them. They can snap together like Lego pieces to build complex structures. They can dismantle things. They can form complex micro-machines that use energy to do work. And maybe most stunningly, they can convey information.
This video
Let's
is
say
about
there's a toxic chemical
microbiology,
entering your cell. There may be a protein shaped to snap to that
Sure,
toxin.
sure.
If the protein finds that toxin, it changes its shape. With that new shape, it can now snap into a different protein that changes its shape again. This new protein activates a micro-machine that directly binds to your DNA to order the production of a special protein which acts as an antidote to the toxin.
DNA itu juga.
This cascade of interaction is the pathway we
Ya, itu
spoke
tadi,
about
karena
earlier,
bentuknya
a
seperti
sentence
puzzle
in
gitu.
the language of life. So, without a single active thought, proteins have fixed a problem and saved a cell's life. In reality, these pathways can have dozens to hundreds of steps.
It as
How life operates is so
Streammu
incredibly
kenapa?
inducing.
ada.
Somehow,
Ika ditanya,
mind-numbingly
just how
complex
complex in terms
interactions
of
between
where
car
something
and
must
dead
be,
proteins create a
must be
less
so,
dumb and less dead cell.
must be so we can
Somewhere
classify
around
it as
here,
life.
Streammu bermasalah,
But we
streammu
still
kena
don't know
suspend.
what life is.
Oke.
How dumb things
Gara-gara
are
kita
strung
nonton
together.
videonya Kus Gezas kayaknya.
We need another analogy.
Oh my
So,
god.
Ayo kak.
Ya. Stream unavailable, stream suspend for policy violation.
Oke. Kena
Kena
strike.
strike.
Berarti nggak boleh ternyata. Ya, KN ya? KN,
Enggak. Jadi bukan dia ini videonya nggak ke end. Kita masih ngomong tapi videonya tuh
Stream
nggak tampil.
unavailable.
Ah,
Contoh, kena copyright kayak. Iya, kena copyright. Diulang lagi aja kali ya streamnya ya.
ulang. Kita ulang lagi.
Oke.
Kita.
Aku stop streaming nanti abis ini kita streaming lagi ya.